One might have observed that all of the right people had been invited to the Warren estate for the Southern Living shoot. The certainty of the Warrens' happy existence on Lake Norman was firmly set in the minds of the departing guests. Undoubtedly, through the women present, the affair's success spread off the estate and into the notable neighborhoods. The party had ended, leaving the catering help to stow away the perfectly selected china settings. Saphora Warren pulled down the balloons, plucking them out of the air and then inserting a straight pin into the latex. As quickly as she dropped the dead latex remains, a teen boy she had hired to clean up after the lawn party picked them off the ground. He had trolled past her dock on his jet ski yesterday, and when he saw her sunning on her boat's deck, had asked in vain for a cold beer. Lake Norman's shoreline lapped at the Warrens' family boat in the distance, the mast across against a pale pink manse located transversely on the opposite harbor. One house sat like a relic on the Warrens' end of the peninsula, a reminder of the older ranch houses standing before the year the lake was put in. It was unseasonably hot for late June. The warm brown water turned red along the clay-brimmed lawns. Several of the guests had driven family boats across the lake, arriving early for the Southern Living lawn party. Had not Sephora's housekeeper, Tabitha, just led the women, docking their motorboats and sailboats along the Warrens' dock, into the guest room near the swimming pool to slip into garden dresses and brush out their hair, matted down after a morning of tennis? But here the afternoon had been spilled like sweet tea poured out, the ladies already gathering in clusters to kiss goodbye and float back to their pretty houses across the lake. Saphora noticed she had forgotten to shave her legs. She pulled down the hem of her skirt as if she were straightening it. At the same second, Abigail Weed, the journalist from Southern Living, noted a few more descriptive details about Sephora's gardens. The patio containers holding gold black-eyed Susans that turned open-faced to the sun. Saphora was popping the balloons so methodically that Sherry, her cook and personal assistant, ran from the kitchen out onto the paved patio yelling, "What in the world?" "It's nothing," said Abigail, taking over, speaking for Saphora, and familiar enough with running Southern Living lawn parties like productions that she said to Sherry, "Sherry, can you help Mrs. Warren?" Sherry took the straight pin from her boss like she would a child who might hurt herself. "Miss Saphora, aren't you the one to be doing that?" Sherry said, implying that Saphora should not do menial tasks like deflating balloons. But Saphora was not herself today, and that accounted for her giddiness. Abigail put down her laptop that held the contents of Sephora's Life on the Lake and joined Sherry in killing the remaining balloons. "This is some place, Saphora. You live in your own fairy tale," said Abigail. "Benda planned it this way from the beginning." Saphora had not noticed before how the high hedged wall surrounding the estate and the trees of a similar height enclosed the house like an evergreen compound. Bender had commandeered the landscaping crew, using words like picturesque and palatial. "Bender's your husband, Dr. Warren?" "The plastic surgeon, yes. He invented a procedure." She did not know why she told Abigail that without her asking, but it was the surgical procedure and its ensuing fame in the medical community that gave Bender the things he needed to order his life. He dressed like a prince, closet arranged like a Manhattan department store. He was tall and good-looking. When Saphora had gotten around to telling Bender the call had come from Southern Living, he was dressing in a golf shirt for his Sunday morning game. He patted her as he sprinted out the door, telling her she was using up the magic from her lucky star. He spread envy, she was pretty sure, as he putted over the third hole. She imagined him mentioning the SL lawn party in a casual way, like doctors do.